Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I will be reviewing the movie The Marvels. Yes, this will be the Marvels movie review. I was supposed to put this out last week, but I got busy, so now I'm about to put it out right now for y'all. And I was supposed to boycott Marvel until they got the act together, especially after seeing these Marvel movies that came out this year. But I gave this one a chance, The Marvels, and it was actually pretty decent. It wasn't a great movie, but it was more like an average movie, and it was better than what I thought it was going to be. And I say the last best Marvel movie that came out was the Avengers Endgame in 2019. And after that, these Marvel movies fell off completely. But like I said, this is an average movie and it was okay. And the runtime of the film was excellent. An hour and 45 minutes. That's all I need with these Marvel movies. I'm telling you, if they would have added another hour to this, I think they would have got really stupid with this and it would have been very bad. So I'm glad they kept it at an hour and 45 minutes. It was decent. Because you know how most of these Marvel movies, they be 2 hours or more. Well, actually, it should be 2.5 hours or more. So Carol Danvers gets her powers entangled with those of Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau, forcing them to work together to save the universe. And when you watch this movie, it gives you that Charlie's Angels feel. If you think about it, Charlie's Angels, because you got three women, three powerful women fighting crime and trying to save the world. So it kind of gives you that Charlie's Angels vibe. And the director of this film is Nia DaCosta. She also directed Candyman in 2021, which I really didn't like that film. But I gotta say, with this film, she did something very unique and different, and it really grabbed my attention. And this is very different than the average Marvel movies that you see. She added different elements to this film, but we get into that later. I'm not gonna go over all the cast members, but the ones that stood out, which is Brie Larson. Of course, she played Captain Marvel. And a lot of people didn't like her performance in this film, but I like it. You know, I like her powerful, strong performance. I like her militant attitude. She's very strong and she's a badass. So I kind of like that character that she has. And I like Captain Marvel in this film. And the next cast member is Aman Bani. She played Miss Marvel. She was Kamala Khan. She had a stellar performance. Miss Marvel had the best performance out of everybody in this film. She had the most fun, you can tell. She was so adorable. She had a great personality, very energetic, and she added lots of humor to this film. She made this film so fun to watch, and I love her parents in this film too. They was very funny, and her family. So, great job to her. If it wasn't for her in this film, this movie would have been very dead. She saved this film. She really did save this film. And the next cast member is Tiana Paris. She played Monica Rambeau. She kind of got on my nerves a little bit in this film. To me, she had a stuck-up personality, and it seemed like the world always revolves around her, and she had some resentment against Captain Marvel. I guess when Captain Marvel was babysitting her as a kid, I guess Captain Marvel had to go on a mission, and all of a sudden she's all pissed off about Captain Marvel because she had to go somewhere, and she felt like that Captain Marvel left her life. So I was like, girl, she had to go on a mission. She had to do something. So she just had this resentment against Captain Marvel because of the past. I'm like, now y'all grown now, so let's work together. But still, I think Monica Rambeau, she was amazing in this film, and she's a beautiful lady too. So good job to her. Then of course you got Samuel L. Jackson in this film. He played, of course, Nick Fury, and he did a great job. I don't know what else to say about Samuel L. Jackson. You know he's a great actor anyway. Didn't like him too much in Secret Invasion, but he did a great job in this. Good job, Samuel Jackson. Then you have Zoe Ashton. She played the Kree warrior. She was a villain in this film, and I don't know. I kind of felt for the villain actually because it's a scene in here where you got to watch the movie. Captain Marvel. I guess she went to destroy. See, I shouldn't be telling it though, but I guess she went to destroy the villain's land. This was before she was a villain. She went to go destroy the whole land, and she got pissed off, and she's like, "Look, I'm ready for revenge." So I can understand why she became a villain. So that's why I kind of feel for her. But besides that, the acting of the villain was bad. I don't know the role they gave her. She just wasn't. Her personality wasn't there for being a villain. I couldn't take her seriously. And yes, and they didn't really show any backstory to the villain. Not at all. All I saw was basically Captain Marvel coming through, destroying the land of hers, and all of a sudden she got pissed off. So I'm like, okay, where's the rest of the backstory for this villain? So I was kind of lost with that. I like how they was very creative with the transition of the Marvels switching their powers. I like that. The fighting scenes and the choreography was very spectacular, and the special effects were very nice. I love it. So they nailed it on that. And I love how all the Marvels had different personalities. Like Miss Marvel, she was the funny one. She was the funny one, very cheerful and happy and humble. Then you had Captain Marvel, very militant, serious, and strong. Then Monica Rambeau was the smart one. She was very strong-minded, loyal, and she thinks things through before she gets into difficult situations. And I like that how they all had different personalities and they wasn't the same. Another thing I like about the movie is the intro of the film, which it shows the intensity. It kind of builds up the intensity of the film and to give you a backstory of all the Marvels. That's what I like to see. So great storytelling with that part. Yes, I did have a few dislikes in this film. I say the storyline got really stupid in the middle and the ending of this film. It feels like you watching four movies put into one. If you it's like it was hard to follow. It was just stuff just all over the place and I had to really pay attention. So it was like four movies put into one. And it was scenes in this movie that didn't really need to be in here, which really threw me off was the scene where it was like a musical. They're just walking and it's a musical and stuff and people are dancing. I'm like, okay, what the heck this got to do with the Marvels? They're supposed to be fighting crime or whatever. Whatever. So I'm like, that kind of threw me off. Besides that, this movie was not a bad movie, and it wasn't a great movie at all either. And this is not a movie that I will watch again. It doesn't have any replay value for me to even watch this again. So, but they tried to capitalize. I mean, they tried to do well in this movie. They tried. Like I said, with this film, the box office numbers wasn't great at all. This is like the lowest selling Marvel movie. This is like the lowest selling Marvel movie. And the mistakes they made is they try to cater to a female audience only. And they got to think about it. Females don't really watch Marvel. Yes, you do have female Marvel fans, but it's not a lot of them. If you think about it, I read something about it. It's 70% male, Marvel fans and 30% female fans. I'm gonna say that again so Marvel can know it's 30% females that like Marvel and 70% males that like Marvel. So it's more of a male dominance, when it comes to Marvel. And I think this film wasn't really promoted well. It wasn't really promoted well. They waited to the last minute to promote this film, and I don't know why, but I think it had to do with the writer strike. I think too, but I can't blame it all on that either because they really didn't really push this movie, to get that audience. So yeah. And I gotta say, the reason why Captain Marvel worked, the Captain Marvel movie that came out 2019, the reason why that reached $1 billion is because they had a great storyline to that. And actually, you had characters in there that we grew up on, like like the Hulk and Captain America, the rest of the Marvels. You had characters in there that you grew up on. This film, Miss the Marvels and stuff, it's just new characters in here that you just got to kind of relate to. So then you had a mixture of females and male characters in here too. We had a mixture. So you got the male audience and you got a little bit of the female audience that want to watch this. So that's why Captain America, I keep saying Captain America, Captain Marvel did well in 2019. I gotta say, since after 2019, Marvel movies been going downhill lately. They've been going downhill. And the reason why they're going downhill because they oversaturating the market. They are putting out too much material. That's the thing about it. It's like this year we had about 10 to 15 Marvel movies. Even the ones that didn't make theaters, that was on the streaming platforms, we had too many of them. So it's like it's a lot to keep up with. And you putting out too many Marvel movies at once. And it's kind of losing people interest. It's like, damn, make people miss you a little bit. You know what I mean? It's okay to put out one Marvel movie a year or even two if you want to, but usually it's good to put out just one Marvel movie a year. That way people can miss you a little bit, like, oh, okay. And they can, then you can put out two a year or whatever, but you're putting out too much material. Give it a break so people can miss you. So bottom line to it, I'm gonna give this movie a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10 because it wasn't really a bad movie. It really wasn't. And it wasn't a great movie either, but I get the concept and I get the director did a great job trying to add something different to it. So great job to her. 6 out of 10 for this film. And my next movie review, I'm still going to put out Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna see it tomorrow, and I should put it out. No, I will put it out before Thanksgiving. I will. I might put it out Wednesday night. So, okay, I don't want to, I think I'm over my time right now. I didn't want to make this too long. So, have a great day. Subscribe to the channel. Put some comments in the section if you want to. Hit the like button. And I'll see y'all next time. All right, I'm out.